At 7 o'clock, it's 64 degrees here in Milwaukee. Today, chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy, high of 77. Overnight tonight, chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy, low of 63. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. Official charges against Tyler Robinson, the man accused of killing conservative influencer Charlie Kirk, will be filed with the courts in Utah on Tuesday. The 22-year-old sits in jail and waits investigation. Investigators pieced together a timeline of Wednesday's political assassination. Here's ABC Chief National Correspondent Matt Gunman with those details.
Investigators say he arrived on campus in his Dodge Challenger at 8:29 a.m. and at some point changed into the black cap, sunglasses, and that black shirt emblazoned with an eagle and an American flag. Police say before the shooting, Robinson appears to walk with a stiff right leg, and that his ability to bend his right leg appears to be restricted. Law enforcement sources believe Robinson was hiding his long gun under his clothing, which explains why he was walking that way.
Surveillance video also recorded someone on the roof that, following the shooting, scampered across, then dropped to the ground and jogged off. Authorities allege it was Robinson. The death of Charlie Kirk, rise in political violence and school shootings has been overwhelming for many this past week. Professional counselor Megan Anderson tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News that people should moderate their social media intake, as videos like Kirk's death can spark overwhelming anxiety.
Who of us is expecting to open our phone and encounter that? I think that's a huge part of this problem in how things are getting posted, but also our relationship with social media. I don't want to become super tangential in that, but I think now is a really good time after this week to start thinking about what is the function of this for me and how I engage in social media.
Anderson says having frank conversations about incidents such as Kirk's death can better cope with extremely graphic videos. A student's resource officer is back to work after being injured. Milwaukee police responded about 3:30 on Wednesday to a fight at Bradley Tech High School. An SRO was injured and taken to the hospital. The officer has returned to light-duty work. The cause of the fight is still under investigation. 4 non-fatal overnight shootings in Milwaukee. The first was a little before 11:30 on Good Hope Road. A 40-year-old was taken to the hospital. The second was around 11:30 on Fond du Lac Avenue. A 26-year-old was shot. The third was around 12:30 on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive when an 85-year-old victim was shot. The fourth involved a 30-year-old victim who walked into the local hospital with injuries. The location and time are unknown. Milwaukee police say all 4 incidents are still under investigation. A major closure will affect your ride this weekend. The DOT has closed a big portion of 894 for a 54-hour closure as part of the ongoing Hale Interchange project. Debbie Lazaga has the details.
All the lanes of traffic on 894 westbound from 76th Street to Greenfield Avenue are closed for paving operations. This includes the ramp to the southbound Rock Freeway. The closure will be in effect until 5:30 Monday morning. The DOT is suggesting using Highway 100 as a main posted detour to get around this closure. This is the first of 4 such 54-hour closures, and as usual, all the work is weather dependent and is subject to change. Debbie Lazaga, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News time 7:04.
It's like you don't want to even do anything anymore. You lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live. Not when there's a Rejuvenex clinic nearby. Because the power of Toradol, joined with the wonder of hyaluronic acid, can alleviate your pain. And it can allow you to start living your life again. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, Rejuvenex treatments are affordable. They're FDA approved. And in many cases, our patients pay nothing at all because insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pay for them. If your pain just won't go away, you should call Rejuvenex today.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Google reviews will tell you it's worth a try.
I'm David Calley, owner and president of Dimension Design Build Remodel. In addition to renovating homes and building additions, we construct high-quality, elegant homes designed to exceed our clients' expectations. Our commitment is building homes using healthy materials, products, and construction methods. Known as the builder of Wisconsin's healthiest home, Our award-winning team, which includes certified construction professionals, is dedicated to building homes that fulfill our clients' needs. We are active MBA and NARI members, committed to adhering to a new construction process that offers the best solution. Visit DimensionDBR.com to learn more about our new construction process and to review our photo gallery. When looking to build a high-quality, beautiful, and healthy home, Dimension Design Build Remodel is the company to choose. Call 262-402-6602 or visit DimensionDBR.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers won 8-2 against the Cardinals yesterday. They play again today at 7:15. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic, we are seeing that major construction closure at 894 near the Hale interchange. We are also seeing a crash on the exit to Good Hope Road up on I-41 heading northbound near Timmerman West. Other than that, no major incidents, no major delays.
Traffic is sponsored by the Amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
Every Monday and Thursday, buy one pizza, get a second pizza absolutely free at the Mineshaft Family Restaurant in downtown Hartford. Google the Mineshaft today.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, showers and storms, mostly cloudy, high of 77. Overnight tonight, showers and storms, mostly cloudy, low of 63. Tomorrow, sunny, warmer, high of 76. Monday, mostly sunny, warmer, high of 77. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high of 80. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 80. Right now in Green Bay, it's 61 degrees. In Madison, it's 64. In Waukesha, it's 62. And in Milwaukee, it is 64 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:07.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. We appreciate you being here on a wet Saturday morning. Yeah. This is the first Saturday in a while that we didn't have a beautiful sunrise as we were driving in.
Right. Even that weekend, we had all that rain. The Saturday morning was beautiful. So, yeah, we haven't had a rainstorm on a Saturday morning.
It's hard to believe that I'm going to say this, but we kind of needed some rain.
Yeah. Most of us.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Most of us need there. There's probably places.
And this one seems to be a nice, consistent, like not a thunderstorm, like crashing down on your house type of rain, which is what we need.
My yard was looking dry, and I got one of my trees is dropping leaves already. So.
Yeah. Welcome to fall.
Yeah. Yes, right.
And welcome to our guest.
Morning, everybody.
Dave Calley, Dimension Design Build Remodel. How are you?
Good morning. Great. And the rain's also bringing the kings up into the river, so we can fish from in the river now.
Time?
It is a fishing thing.
Yeah. Nice. So
the kings up in the river.
King salmon.
King salmon. Okay.
Yep.
So they go up the Milwaukee River?
They got to spawn. Yeah, they do their spawning ritual. Okay. Nothing will come of it because the Milwaukee River is just too warm and too not great water quality, but they do it anyway.
Okay.
So, Dimension, what do you guys all do? Tell everybody what you do.
Well, we are a design build construction firm, and we focus on larger addition remodeling projects, and we also do some new home construction as it relates to what I call high-performance homes that are healthier to live in. So, and we will also do some commercial stuff as well, maybe some smaller stuff, smaller remodeling stuff when it comes in the commercial sector.
Okay. Mm-hmm. As I look through your gallery at DimensionDBR.com, so design, build, remodel, DimensionDBR.com, I see dormers added onto houses. I see lower levels being finished off. Like you said, whole houses being built. How long have you been doing this?
My company is going on year 16, I believe. So, but I've been in construction my entire life. So it's always been a part of my world.
And you decided to strike out on your own 16 years ago. Mm-hmm. You start doing this. How's it going?
It's going great. It's owning your own business comes with its the pluses and the minuses.
Sure.
but all business owners understand that. But ultimately, I couldn't be happier what I chose to do for a business. I love the world of construction. I actually started out in college studying architecture, but I always, when I graduated, I always knew I didn't want to sit at a drafting table. I wanted to be more part of the action. So get out in the field and, rub elbows. So this allows me to kind of do both sides of it. We're involved in the design, but I can still get out there and see how it all goes together. Yeah, I know.
Well. When did you graduate?
A long time ago.
But
my son actually just started at UWM. So I think you were UWM as well, right?
Yeah, 91.
Yeah, so I was a little bit after you. I think I was 97.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so we both went to the School of Architecture, UWM, and same thing. I got out and didn't want to sit at a drawing table, didn't want to do that, but got my hands dirty in construction. And you continued in that path, and I worked its way through and ended up where I'm at. So
right,
but it served us both well.
But you're still involved in the world of buildings.
Right.
So
right,
that's our passion.
This what you do isn't I'm coming into your house once and I'm going to sell you something. This is a process, right?
Yeah.
You're doing,
we're not
you're getting to know people.
Yeah, we're not selling roof or siding or windows. Not that there's anything wrong with that, Dayton, because that's what you do. That's an important
you're
part
more
of it.
in depth. The design.
Yeah, we're selling
really,
all pieces, parts and pieces, of a building, and it's a much bigger investment for sure. But we gotta know a lot of things, about. I should say we don't have to. I don't necessarily have to be an expert in everything, but I gotta know something about everything. Right. So, but it's definitely much more of a process, and it usually takes a little bit to work through that to get to the final product and get customers comfortable with moving forward, because you're spending. Gosh, new homes now are upwards of $1 million plus, easy, and kitchen remodels are over $100,000 typically. So and everything in between. So the customers are spending a lot of money. So they want to make sure that you're really comfortable with whoever you're going to choose to do this with, because it's long lasting, obviously.
Yeah, you said something early on. High performance.
We're going to talk about that when we come back.
Yeah, I want to get into that when we get back.
Be happy to.
We'll delve into that when we come back. Dave is with us all this hour. DimensionDBR.com. Design, build, remodel. Give us a call. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Ask what questions you have. We'll try to answer them. It's a Fix-It show on WTMJ.
Here, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Out of here!
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin and featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
The Fix-It Show live stream and podcast are brought to you by J&J Contractors. From roofing to windows, kitchen, bathrooms, and more, J&J Contractors proudly provide a full catalog of exceptional exterior and interior home improvement services, all under one roof. Visit jjcontractorsllc.com or call 414-423-9200 for your free consultation today. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family, so you can move fearlessly with the added confidence of top-of-the-line marketing for maximum home exposure. And that means more eyeballs and the real potential for the highest price for your home. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission, you win. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
I've always believed that great service makes all the difference. At Waterstone Bank, it's more than just banking. It's personal. When I needed help choosing an account, my banker took the time to understand my needs and guided me through my options. Thanks to her advice, I can watch my money grow, knowing it's secure.
Welcome to your Waterstone Bank, where community and personal service come together. Member FDIC.
You know, Dad, we can't ever change. Amen to that, son. And I'll tell you what, we'd have a lot of people to answer to if we did. The fact that things have remained the same at Marty's going back all the way to 1957 is what makes it so special. And it starts with a recipe for our sauce. It's the original, the same one that Marty taught me. It was there on day one, and it's still here today. And it's never going away. James, you stick with that attitude, and Marty's will be around for your kids to keep up their tradition. And there are other things that make Marty's Pizza special. Well, you got our untouched original recipe for our pizza sauce, and we have our own sausage made for us with our own recipe. We make everything fresh. Our own meatballs, our lasagna, our dough every day. We cut our vegetables fresh every day. It's a labor of love. This is Dick the Dad. And James the Son from Marty's Pizza in Delafield. Find out what keeps our loyal customers coming back for generations. Right off I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
The Fix-It Show with Dayton, Kane, and David Mason on WTMJ.
Are we getting any of the Screamo coming?
It's coming.
Is it? All right, this band is going to be at the rave tonight. I will be there with my brother-in-law. The band is called Death Heaven, so I'm going to be bringing my earplugs for sure.
Yeah.
He invited me. I'm like, you know what? I love a good concert. Let's go see what this is all about. So I may stand out in the crowd a little bit while I'm there, but
you're going to put on your Chuck Taylors and some blast from the past
He didn't
stuff.
even get to it, but they're this kind of band.
And you can't understand them?
Right. So it'll be loud, hopefully bright. I like to see the stage lights and what they're doing with that stuff. Anyway.
Okay. Have fun with that.
Dayton Kane, David Nason, Dave Callie from Dimension Design, Build, Remodel on with us this hour. David, you have a question?
Yeah. So when you were talking about in the first segment about what you do and everything, you mentioned high performance building, and we've heard green. The terms green building, healthy, that kind of thing. High performance. Let's get into what you mean by that.
Well, it's a great question. So I don't focus on building, and I'll just call them builder grade homes. A lot of guys do that. Nothing wrong with it. But I just don't feel that the standards that, and they're building everything per code, and so they're not doing anything wrong. But it's a minimum standard, and I just believe that those minimum standards aren't tall enough, aren't high enough. I don't think they do enough to truly create homes the way we should. So what I say by high performance is we are, and so the number one enemy of homes is water, vapor, all that.
Water, yeah.
And you, as a home inspector, you see this all the time, and you see some of the things that builders do that just aren't up to spec. So our focus is to build houses that are tighter, meaning we're building the shell that won't allow air infiltration in and out of the building, so they're going to become more energy efficient for sure. But we're also building them in a way, and we can talk a little bit about the exterior shell, but we put what we call rain screens on, and those are essentially a layer behind the siding that, and I say not if, but when water gets past the siding or water gets past that bead of caulk around the window that's to the siding, that water has a place to go and get back out of the building. So that's not a code, but it actually is code if you go out to places like the Northwest, like, I don't know, like Seattle, I believe it is, because they get more rain, but we still get a good amount of rain here. Right. And I mean, we just had a rain event here a month ago that was, wow, holy smokes, build an ark.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't, in water, if it's not, if things get wet, it's fine, but it's when they get trapped somewhere is where the problems occur. And it can start to deteriorate materials, deteriorate, the wood that we put on our buildings, and then that leads to mold infiltration in homes. So ultimately, we are trying to build the homes to be built better, which means they'll last longer, which means your energy bills will be lower, which means that ultimately it will be also healthier to live in and have far less problems. And so it's more of a preventative medicine type of approach. And, where I don't, because quite honestly, everybody thinks of caulk as this super sealer that's going to keep out water. And quite honestly, caulk is just made to, it will do some of that, but it really is just there to make it look better.
So when they say a little caulk is good, a lot of caulk is better, that's not true.
Not in our world. So I'm not saying caulk isn't needed, but we don't want to count on caulk, which will fail eventually, whether it's 6 months, a year, whatever. So it's about putting in a system on that house that will be able to deal with something not going perfect. And then you can get into what the designer does. I mean, when everybody is always attracted to these, I'll call it Frank Lloyd Wright homes with no soffits, and what they look great, but you have to really build those homes at a very high level in order for them to not have problems. Because if you don't have this 2-foot overhang over a window, you got nothing protecting it. All the elements are just blasting it all. So if the flashings aren't perfect, and the caulk fails, it's just going to lead to problems. So that's kind of what I mean by a high-performance home. And it's also managing the air quality in the inside of the home, too, because that's really important just for our overall health of us as individuals, and, having proper HVAC systems to manage all that, because when we're now building homes tighter, and I think some people freak out with that. They're like, oh, it's going to be too tight. And I don't agree with a lot of the so-called experts that say we can't. There's a point where we build them too tight. I don't agree. I would rather be able to build it super tight, and then which will allow us to more easily manage the home and the moisture and everything on the inside with the right HVAC system.
Right.
We need to take a break, but he's with us all hour. Dimension Design, Build, Remodel. DimensionDBR.com is the website. Dave will answer your questions at 855-616-1620. Thank you for listening to The Fix-It Show today.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush-mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network. Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows, too. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
The Census Bureau says more than 12,000 Americans turn 65 each day. It's a surge they call Peak 65, the highest number in history. Some Annex clients retire early. Some keep working because they love it. You know why? Because they've got custom plans built by fee-only fiduciaries. They identified their wants and needs, and we went to work. We want to do the same for you. Annex does financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Visit AnnexWealth.com and click the Get Started button.
Hey, WTMJ's John Burke here. Next December 2026, my wife Michelle and I are taking a Christmas trip that's been on our bucket list for more than a decade. Won't you come with us? Christmas on the Danube with Colette Tours. Beautiful river cruise to the most famous Christmas markets in Europe. December 2026 and a 2-night pre-trip extension to Prague. 6 nights on the beautiful MS Amadeus riverboat. 68 cabins, each with a great view. Stunning deck cafe, panorama bar. We'll be in Vienna, the medieval castle and hillside towns of the Wachau Valley, a 200-year-old fairy tale town of Passau, Germany. John at WTMJ.com, JOHN at WTMJ.com. Send me an email. I send you the beautiful information, including pricing. Or join me at the WTMJ studios, where you can meet me and the folks from Colette on September 23rd at 6:30 downtown our studio, but you need to RSVP.
Let me show you the world. Come away with me.
John at WTMJ.com. Send me an email. I send you the info.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
You know this band, David?
I do.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah.
Eye in the Sky.
Nice. Alan Parsons Live Project, Riverside Theater tonight, if you're looking for a good show that maybe David would go see.
I actually have that
I'd
album.
go check them out
Do
too.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that
That'd be a
CD.
good one.
We should all go together.
You don't want to come. You don't want to come to
Actually,
Death Heaven with me tonight.
I'm going to see my son's friend's band play in Hartford. There's something going on in Hartford.
All right.
I don't know, but
So let's talk about this. So Dave Callie with Dimension Design Build Remodel with us this hour. You kind of, I have an idea. I want to redo my kitchen, or I want to add a dormer to my house and add a master suite, but I really don't know what I'm doing. Talk me through the process if I come to you to get something started.
Well, what I tell people is we're a good fit for people that need a designer and a builder to come together unified on the same team and working together to figure out a problem. We don't get too many calls for people that want to do a 5x8 bathroom. That's just typically not something where people need a lot of design help. So
then there's companies who specialize in that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's just not quite our niche. I mean, we'll do a 5x8 bathroom, but it's a part of a bigger project. So, design build, I would, or anything, we do a lot of kitchens, we do a lot of basements, we do a lot of additions, and then whole house remodels and everything in between. Now, the cost to do those can vary quite a bit. So we always want to make sure that at some point we're talking about budget or budget ranges. And there are a number of ways that we can have that conversation. We can go back on historical numbers that we have done projects with, but there's also some third-party analytics that we can utilize to share with our customers. But having that conversation and customers having the comfort level to have that conversation with the people that they're ultimately going to hire is really important. So, I think some people feel like, well, I don't want to share what my budget is because that's what it's going to be. And,
right.
That may be with some people. I fully acknowledge that. But quite honestly, if you want to get the best possible product for what you're doing, you got to have that discussion to make sure that you're
range. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. So we're good giving ranges on projects, and they're broad ranges, mind you, but it will vary a lot depending on the finished material. So have that conversation and make sure that we're on the same page about what the budget range is. And then we do what we call a preliminary design phase, where we will spend some money to analyze all the possibilities. And we analyze it much more harder than I think most design build companies do, I think, and it's just the way we do it. But we want to make sure that we're coming up with the best possibilities for the customer so they can make the decision on which way we want to go. So then we decide on one, and let's say, if it's a kitchen, we did 4, 5, 6 different floor plans and decided on one. And at that point, it allows our build team to look at that and come up with a realistic number for what it's going to cost to build. And then we can say to the customer, hey, are we in a good place, or do we need to make some different decisions here? So that is a really important part of getting to the next step, which is actually finishing drawings and building it. But we want to know where we are budget-wise first.
All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about that next step and what that looks like for a customer as they're going through that process as well. Dave Calley from Dimension Design Build Remodel on with us. If you have questions, 855-616-1620. Now we go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Elizabeth Linton. And good morning.
Good morning. Lead clinics are still moving forward. The district announced that it would be hosting lead screening clinics September 16th through the 18th. Tuesday's clinic will take place at 53rd Street School from 2 to 7 p.m. Clinics at Morgandale and Elm Creative Arts Schools on Wednesday and Thursday will run from 4 to 7. The Milwaukee Health Department recommends that all elementary-age students be tested for lead. These tests help indicate whether a child's lead exposure falls within acceptable ranges or whether further monitoring or treatment is needed. Half of the MPS schools have been cleared of lead. The goal is to have all cleared by December. 12 new cases of measles have been detected in Oconto County. The Wisconsin Department of Human Services reported on Friday that the total number of measles cases in the state is now 36. All cases involved were not vaccinated with the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine when they tested positive for the virus. DHS officials say half of the cases involve children between the ages of 5 and 17 years old. Since January, cases of measles have been detected in at least 40 states. A student resource officer is back to work after being injured. Milwaukee police responded around 3:30 on Wednesday to a fight at Bradley Tech High School. An SRO was injured and taken to the hospital. The officer has returned for light duty work. The cause of the fight is still under investigation. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic, we are seeing a crash that's heading southbound on I-43 near the downtown interchange. We're also seeing that major construction closure on 894 at the Hale Interchange project.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, showers and storms, high of 77. Over tonight, rainy, low of 63. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 76. Monday, mostly sunny, warmer, high of 77. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high of 80. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 80 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 64. In Waukesha, it's 62. And in Milwaukee, it is 65 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton in Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:33.
I know why you continue to live in pain. It's because you don't believe anything can be done to help. Maybe you bought into something and you've been burned before. I mean, your skepticism, it's understandable. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. And here we use powerful, anti-inflammatory, and cushioning pharmacological medicines to ease your pain. They're FDA approved and most medical insurance is going to pay for our treatments, including Medicare and Medicaid. And that's the litmus test. Because if insurance has shown to cover the cost of many of our patients' treatments, you can be sure it's valid medicine. It's not a biological treatment considered experimental or some new gimmick that's trying to hook you. The Rejuvenex approach to pain relief is legitimate. It helps to alleviate pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. And from what we've seen, it gives people a new lease on their lives. Call today, and there's a good chance we'll see you tomorrow.
When selecting a remodeling contractor, you want to work with someone who listens to you, communicates well, and is open-minded and innovative. You want to work with Dimension Design Build Remodel in Brookfield. As an award-winning design-build firm specializing in remodeling and additions, Dimension builds healthy spaces that enhance the living environment. Proud members of NARI and the MBA, Dimension employs certified professionals who specialize in kitchen and bath remodeling and aging in place. In addition, Dimension constructs high-quality, elegant homes designed to exceed client expectations. Known as the builder of Wisconsin's healthiest home, Dimension's award-winning team is dedicated to building homes that fulfill clients' needs. Whether renovating your kitchen, bathroom, lower level, or whole house, building an addition, or looking to build a high-quality, beautiful, and high-performance home, call 262-402-0000 6202 or visit DimensionDBR.com.
More of your questions next. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Brewers Cardinals 7:15 first pitch tonight.
Yeah,
Is that
they
why
won.
we're playing this? All right, yeah,
They
you
won
can catch
last
the
night.
game here on 620 WTMJ. Dayton Kane, David Nason here on the Fix It Show with Dave Callie from Dimension Design Build Remodel, and we are talking about homes. We talked about the process of getting that design right. That's the first step, right? We have to make sure we know what we're building so we can get you a proposal and know what it's
so we
going to
can
cost.
give you an accurate proposal
Right.
instead of this wide range.
Wide open, like,
So,
it could be
really,
anywhere
it's
between.
really a check and balance on the budget.
Yeah.
And
You wanna make
making sure, because I don't want our customers moving forward to, we're in a good place budget-wise to begin with.
So once we've got that figured out, we've got the design, we've got the budget, what's the next step? How long before you guys are in my house doing stuff?
Well, I tell people, once we get the budget sorted out, now we're signing a construction contract, and then we're going back into design because we have to finish the design, and we have to make all the selections, and then we got to order the materials, and so and then finish the drawings, and then we have to get a permit too. So that always takes a little bit to get the permit and get everybody scheduled. So it's easily another 3-4 months minimum till we get to actually building, because there's a lot to do, and we want to make sure that we're making it perfect. So it's about having a good plan and getting a good plan in place so that we can implement it, and it's a better smoother process, and things go better.
So this isn't a call tomorrow saying, "Hey, I need a new kitchen by Thanksgiving."
Yeah, not with the way we do it. Maybe with the way some others do it, but design and making it all look beautiful and work really well for the customer it's just a really important part of what we do. So our customers really tend to, they tend to take the design part just as serious as the building part,
And that's why you win awards. I mean, brag a little. I know people don't like to brag about themselves, but brag about yourself a little bit.
I don't. We've over the years have won some NARI awards, and actually for the NBA we had a home in the Parade of Homes in 2019, I believe, and won a couple awards for a home that we built there. So it's nice to win them. I don't like to talk about them a lot, but it just.
But it's good for people to know.
It is. I mean, it proves that, and it's a judgment from our peers.
Correct.
Is what it is, and the people in NARI, the NBA, they are the best of the best.
Yeah.
So we're being judged by those people, and when our peers look at us and say, "Hey, you're doing a really great job," that I guess that's some affirmation that we're doing it right.
Yeah, and I serve as a judge for NARI. Now,
I know you do.
We don't do the Milwaukee area projects just because that would be kind of a conflict, but we do other areas in the country. But yes, so professionals such as myself are the ones judging the projects, and you're right.
And to your point, it's not my friend Dave Nason judging my project and saying, "Hey, Dimension Design Build Remodel should get a gold award."
Right.
It's people from Minneapolis that don't know us. It's people from other NARI chapters, and those are actually the toughest critics.
Right. I was going to say,
quite honestly,
typically when it comes to the NARI judging, I serve on the Ethics and Bylaws Committee for NARI. We hold our members in NARI, and I'm a member of NARI, to a high standard. We want everybody to be performing at their best.
Right, and that's why it's important to be a member of NARI, to be a member of the NBA, because those standards are set, so we hold each other accountable. So
not just a good old boys club.
It's not a good old boys club.
We do some stuff together, have some fun. Go.
Yeah, we have friendships, and like you
golf
said,
outings
we had our trap shoot event yesterday at NARI, which was a beautiful day for it. We always seem to get a really beautiful day for that.
We
the
do.
Golf outing, not so much. But
did your team win?
The guy on my team, so I shoot with the creative construction team, and Zach Emmons, who's the son of Bingo Emmons, owns the company. Zach, he won the overall.
He shoots a lot.
He competitively shoots, but he got a 48 out of 50.
Holy
It's almost
cow.
not fair. He almost should
That's
be. He almost
crazy.
should not be allowed to compete because it's kind of like competing against a pro.
He's a good shot.
I know Bingo's listening too. So
Yes,
Bingo,
right. Yeah.
knock it
So
off.
congratulations.
Tell Zach to stay home.
Yeah,
next
Zach
year.
can't do the outing anymore.
But it's fun to be part. I'm honored to be part of their group. I'm bringing up the rear in that group for sure.
But it's fun, right? Good day. But like you guys said, it isn't a professional organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's fun things involved in it, but it's a high standard that you're living up to be able to be part of that organization.
Yeah, it's not just writing a check and joining the group.
Yeah,
you got to. There's some.
Yeah, and I'm actively a part of trying to make it better too. Because I'm on the board of directors and actually be president
I was
next
gonna
year.
say, you're in line for the prez.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and it's it doesn't pay very well, but
no. Well, trust me, I know that. So we can hang out together as president. I'm President Wahi. You be President Neri.
That's true. That's true.
All right. I'm present, but that's about it. All right, we are going to take a break. When we come back, more with Dave Callie from Dimension Design. If you go to DimensionDesignDBR.com, you'll see the gallery, and you'll see this is some nice stuff. They're doing it right. And if you have questions for him, 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line. It is the Fix-It Show.
Ready to upgrade your home's exterior? Family owned and operated since 1983, J&J Contractors specializes in top quality windows, doors, and siding that enhance your home while increasing its value and energy efficiency. From modern vinyl siding to stylish fiberglass doors, and from double hung windows to sliding glass doors, they have the perfect solutions for your home. Contact them today for a free consultation. Just search online J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
Hey, John Mercure here for CertaPro Painters. They painted our house, the outside of the house, fantastic. They did the parts in the sun, the parts in the shade, the parts on the north side, the parts on the south side. They paid attention to detail the whole way. They went the extra mile all day long. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C for your home or your business. They do both. They pay a lot of attention. They took a lot of time with our house, and it looks absolutely perfect. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. They're the real deal. They're the best in the business. It's CertaPro Painters.
With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission, you win. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Arvid, he fell asleep in the Perry sleeper again.
Come on, Ben, wake up.
Go away. I'm hibernating.
You can't hibernate.
I can in the Perry sleeper. It has 5 extra inches of sleep space.
And no painful bar in the middle of my back.
I'm going back to sleep. I set an alarm.
For what time?
April.
The Perry Sleeper, American made with your choice of fabric or leather, and no metal bar digging into your back. Starting at $44.99 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano talking with Dr. Mike Nolte at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doc, a lot of people are hesitant to visit a surgeon for spine care.
The good news is that the vast majority of patients that I see and the majority of conditions that I can see can be successfully treated without surgery. And I don't want patients to think that just because you're seeing a spine surgeon means that you're going to be signing up for surgery. We talk about, in my clinic, kind of a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C.
Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. orthowisconsin.com.
Need advice? Call 855-616-1620. Our expert home inspector is here to help. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
There's a variety of music coming to Milwaukee this week. You know this artist, David?
I know the song.
Yeah. Bonnie Raitt going to be at the Riverside Theater on Tuesday. Dayton Kane, David Nason, Dave Calley from Dimension Design on with us. And we've been talking a lot about building new homes, remodeling homes. I see on your website at dimensiondbr.com a commercial tab. Tell us about your commercial side of the business.
Well, I've actually, I cut my teeth growing up in the commercial world doing really big projects, $10+ million projects in the Milwaukee area. So I have a lot of experience in it. The team members that we utilize for all our new home and addition remodeling stuff also do commercial stuff as well. So we don't heavily advertise it, but if commercial opportunities come our way, we absolutely will do them, are capable of doing them. And, I guess I'm thinking about starting to maybe grow that sector a little bit more and talk about it a little bit more. So I appreciate the fact that you brought it up. But, we don't do new build commercial, but we definitely will do like office renovations, dentist office renovations, things like that. We could do retail renovations because our team has a lot of experience doing it, and we've done a few over the years. And so, yeah, that is definitely part of the services that we can provide. And I think we're a little unique because we kind of do a little bit of everything, where most design builds stick to one thing. So I personally, I look at it as, I know they're different, but there's a lot of similarities, and we've just done all the above, so we can do all the above and do it well.
The construction is probably similar, but there are different codes.
Sure, certainly.
Permits,
yes,
things
certainly.
that you need to
but that's for our architectural team to sort out, and we have the team that does commercial as well. So,
yeah.
Okay. So if somebody's interested, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Well, email always works great. You can go to our website, dimensiondbr.com, and or you could email me at Dave Calley at dimension-dbr.com. And I know that's a little long-winded. If I had to do that over, I would definitely change that.
Just Dave.
I just get annoyed at I get annoyed at saying all those words too when people ask. But or you could also just call our office at 262-402-6602, and I will be the guy answering the phone when I'm there, and if I'm not, I just tell people leave a message, and I promptly return calls. So
262, but then slowly say the last part again.
262-402-6602.
There you go. So you have it. Okay, so when somebody comes, they reach out on the website, they call you, leave a message. Monday, somebody getting back to them right away?
I always tell people to get back within 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
So
quick turnaround.
Yeah,
to get that first contact, which is good.
Yeah.
Good.
So, I was very honored to be the first guest on your new podcast on Monday.
No, I was honored to have you too.
Thank you. And so going back to what we talked about earlier, this high performance, building, and you asked me, about that, and I gave you two answers basically. Where do I think about that is, and you mentioned water. I wish everybody who works on the outside of a home would understand or think about always, where's water going to go? What's it going to do to what relating to what I'm doing, whether you're the siding contractor, the window contractor, the roofing contractor, such. And then secondly, if you remember, what was the second thing? And I've harped on this too, and on other times.
Well, it's installing stuff properly.
Following manufacturer's installation instructions. The company that has, whatever the product is, they have come up with their instructions for a reason, and they need to be installed. And then that's what leads to construction being that high level of performance.
Yes, and so so we, as I said, we're focusing on trying to do it better than most other people. And I couldn't think of a better guy. And we are going to start a podcast, and we are going to start to unpack some of the stuff that we do that kind of maybe makes us different. So it can make it easier for customers to decide if we're a good fit for them or not. But I couldn't think of a better guy to have on than you to start out to look at what are the problems we have with the home building industry, because you see them.
Yeah.
And, it just, again, comes down to water being enemy number one and how we deal with water in our structures. So that's just so important. Now, but I will also say this isn't sexy, because it's a harder sell to tell people that we need to build homes better and we do it better, and because most people are focused on one, price, and I get price is important, and two, is this going to look beautiful? And yes, definitely important. Unfortunately, I think the kind of the one that tends to be overlooked a little bit is how we actually building these buildings to last a good long time and to not have problems and to be healthier to live in and all that. And that tends to be a harder sell.
Yeah. I get pushback when I call things out and say, well, customers don't like to see that flashing or that separation between the siding and the shingles or that clearance between the siding and the concrete or something. They want to say, and it's like, no. You're talking about this the wrong way. If you stand back, you build this the way the instructions are, the flashings, the kick-out flashings, all these flashings are supposed, you stand back, if it's done well, it's going to look good today when you're done. And in what you just said, it's going to look good years from now because it's going to perform the way it was supposed to.
Yep.
DimensionDBR.com is the website if you want to check out Dave's company, DimensionDBR.com. We have one final segment coming up. I see Rob in Glendale is on the phone. We'll talk to him when we come back. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Point taken with Scafidi and Bry.
The Department of Defense versus the Department of War.
I feel safer already.
I know you're being sarcastic.
It's a waste of our time and energy. It's a waste of money, and it will cost billions of dollars to do this because every envelope, every building signs, little signs going into parking lots at the Department of War, all that stuff has to be changed over time.
There is so many other pet projects like this that feel like it doesn't move the needle at all. It's not helping the average person at all.
Weekdays from 10 to noon on WTMJ.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 48-ounce selected varieties Stone Ridge ice cream, 2 for $7. 7-ounce selected varieties Banquet pot pies, 5 for $5. 4 to 6-count selected varieties Dannon multi-pack yogurt, 2 for $6. 6 to 12-count selected varieties Ice Mountain spring water, 2 for $5.
I am starving.
Oh no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, pizza, yes, I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
You need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
I'm shopping at Century alone next time.
Enter by November 12th.
You'll get a new heat pump system, a new furnace, and a full home duct cleaning all together as a package at about half price. Half price! That's how it all shakes out. Not a gimmick. And both the furnace and the heat pump system are high-quality units. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump system from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace and a free duct cleaning. All totaled, the cost would be about $20,000. When you add in the new tax incentives that you'll get back at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying about half. That's about $10K for a high-quality furnace, heat pump system, and a full home duct cleaning. It's limited time. And last time we did this, the units went pretty fast. So if your home needs a new furnace upgrade and a heat pump system that can act as a brand new AC system as well as a furnace backup, take advantage while you can and cut your energy bills substantially. Call Quality and get them while they're hot.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Hey, freshly retired WTMJ Morning Show host Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. We've talked over the years about the hometown difference. What's that all about? Well, it's about their huge new Berlin showroom featuring name brands like Pella, Marvin, and more, all on display. It's almost like a private home show, giving you the opportunity to compare your options side by side. And when you work with Hometown, you also get a dedicated project consultant to guide you to the products that best fit your home, your style, and your budget, as well as Hometown's own employee carpenters to handle the job. Now's a great time to lock in your price and take advantage of the savings by investing in your home's equity today. Take the hassle out of your next window or door upgrade. Contact Hometown today. Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. 414-329-1200 or online at hometownwindows.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
David Mason and Dayton Kane. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Thank you for joining us for hour number one, sponsored each week by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. Dave Callie from Dimension Design, Build, Remodel on with us this hour. Rob in Glendale has been very patient to ask his question. Thank you for holding on. What is your question this morning?
Yes, I have a ranch-style home in Glendale, and it's been built in the 60s. I noticed that we had a few mice every now and then coming into the basement, so I thought, well, I'm going to have an exterminator come in and just kind of check things out. He said basically that I have huge gaps all throughout the whole perimeter of the basement, and I was trying to figure out maybe would it be a good idea to spray foam insulation, because we did have the batting insulation up there, but the mice just seemed to come up there. He said we have a large number of mice that have been coming in over the years, and they don't need to come into the basement. They just stay up there and they enjoy comfort and whatever. So I'm trying to figure out, would it be a wise thing to spray foam insulation throughout the whole rim joist basement?
Yes.
Plug up holes.
Yeah, well, I guess to plug up holes is one thing. The thing I worry about with spray foam in that location is, so the problem, and we typically wouldn't do that. Spray foam is kind of a plan B. We're typically doing bad insulation there, and here's the reason why. So rim joists can often have water come in on. So if that water comes in and you have this spray foam there, and you won't know it's coming in because the spray foam will just kind of keep it stuck. And then what happens then is, mold can develop and it can't breathe. So that's the drawback to doing the spray foam. And in your situation, I think if you want to spray foam a couple of gaps and holes, I think that's okay. I wouldn't do the entire area, though. I would stick with the bad insulation there, because you can remove it, and if you have water that comes in there, and because you're just going to cause a bigger problem if you're sealing in this water that potentially come in there. And as the saying goes, if it can't dry, it'll die.
All right, we have 30 seconds left. Give everybody your information. How do they get in touch with you?
Dave Callie, Dimension Design, Build, Remodel. You can call our office at 262-402-6602. You can also check us out on our website at dimension-dbr.com, or email me at davecallie@dimensiondbr.com. So
awesome.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. This was fun.
Glad to have you on, Dave.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Next hour, Jason Fox, Capital, Heating, Cooling, Electric, Toenail Polishing.
And plumbing.
Plumbing. They do it all. He's in next. That does it for hour number one.
This has been the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $250 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
When selecting a remodeling contractor, you want to work with someone who listens to you, communicates well, and is open-minded and innovative. I'm David Callie, owner and president of Dimension Design Build Remodel in Brookfield. My commitment to our clients is to provide the best solution for their projects. As an award-winning design-build firm specializing in remodeling and additions, we are committed to building healthy spaces that enhance your living environment. We are proud members of NARI and the MBA and are certified professionals specialize in kitchen and bath remodeling and aging in place. Visit DimensionDBR.com to learn more about our remodeling process and to review completed project photos. Whether renovating your home or building an addition, Dimension Design Build Remodel is the right company for your project. Call 262-402-6602 or visit DimensionDBR.com.
Good idea to have a plumber in your contact list, and best to have it before an emergency. Vince Vitrano here. I've got your plumber. It's Horner Plumbing. My wife and I have them in our home right now working on a small project. Well, it's small for them, but any project is a big deal to you in your home, and you want it done right at a fair price. Horner Plumbing delivers upfront pricing, no surprises, clear, honest estimates from pros who stand by their work. $50 off that first service when you tell them Vinny sent you. HornerPlumbing.com.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
We've all dealt with family feuds. This one will be settled right on the diamond.
From Contreras, the other Contreras trying to take second on him, and William threw him out.
It's the Brewers and the Cardinals.
Wilson broke for second, and Williams said, "You might be my big brother, but I'm going to have the upper hand here."
Our game day coverage starts tonight at 6 with Brewers warm-up on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 8 o'clock, it's 64 degrees. Today, showers and storms, mostly cloudy, high of 77. Overnight tonight, showers, low of 63. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. With a suspect now in custody for the murder of right-wing commentator Charlie Kirk, attention turns to the security and how the fatal shooting could have been prevented. Kirk was killed while speaking outside at an event in Utah with a gunshot fired from a nearby roof. ABC News contributor and retired FBI agent Richard Frankel.
There are several things you can do. One is they can actually require tickets and check tickets, identify people, and have them go through magnetometers. That may not have solved this issue because, again, he did not go through the area of the magnetometer.
22-year-old Tyler Robinson of Utah has been taken into custody for the murder. The FBI is assisting law enforcement in Portage County to find a missing girl. 6-year-old Ruby Lehman of Almond was last seen at her grandmother's house after school on Thursday. A truck believed to be driven by her uncle, Jordan Coyle, stopped briefly at the house and then left, and Lehman hasn't been seen since. Portage County Sheriff Mike Lucas.
Numerous private citizens last night were out doing a canvas search in the village of Almond, which is a small village, but it took quite a while to go through the village in regards to searching. We've had numerous drone teams up. We have called others out.
Coyle is a registered sex offender. You can see photos of Lehman, Coyle, and the truck he was driving on our website, WTMJ.com, or by texting the word Amber to the Sighting Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. 12 new cases of measles have been detected in Oconto County.
The Wisconsin Department of Human Services reported on Friday that the total number of measles cases in the state is now 36. All cases involved were not vaccinated with the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine when they tested positive for the virus. DHS officials say half the cases involve children between the ages of 5 and 17 years old. Since January, cases of measles have been detected in at least 40 states. Sean Brinda, WTMJ News.
A major closure will affect your ride this weekend. The DOT has closed a big portion of 894 for a 54-hour closure as part of the ongoing Hale Interchange project. Debbie Lazaga has the details.
All the lanes of traffic on 894 westbound from 76th Street to Greenfield Avenue are closed for paving operations. This includes the ramp to the southbound Rock Freeway. The closure will be in effect until 5:30 Monday morning. The DOT is suggesting using Highway 100 as a main posted detour to get around this closure. This is the first of 4 such 54-hour closures, and as usual, all the work is weather dependent and is subject to change. Debbie Lazaga, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 8:04.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
It's WTMJ's Kristen Bry from Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha. Look, I've never been a gun person, but I figured we have guns in the home, so it was finally time to learn how to safely load and shoot. So I went to Mission 94 with an open mind and ended up having a blast. Mission 94 is a welcoming environment for everyone at any experience level, including me. I love how they prioritize education and training, and the staff, they made me feel so comfortable in their state-of-the-art facility. Check it out for yourself. Just Google Mission 94.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers won 8-2 against the Cardinals yesterday. They play again today at 7:15. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic, we're seeing a major slowdown on I-43 heading southbound near Bay Shore. We're also seeing that major construction closure at 894 as part of the Hale Interchange project. That'll be closed all weekend. We are also seeing a left lane closure on I-43 heading southbound near the downtown interchange due to a crash.
Traffic is sponsored by Rejuvenix Arthritis Pain Clinics. Go to rejuvenix.com for an appointment.
Go to rejuvenix.com to request your appointment.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, showers and storms, mostly cloudy, high of 77. Overnight tonight, rainy, low of 63. Tomorrow, sunny, warmer inland, high of 76 degrees. Tomorrow, Monday, mostly sunny, warmer, high of 77. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high of 80. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 80. Right now in Green Bay, it is 64 degrees. In Madison, it's 65. Waukesha, it's 63. And in Milwaukee, it is 64 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton, and Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 8:07.
This is The Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is The Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Welcome to hour number 2, and we are joined by Jason Fox from Capital Heating, Cooling, Electric, and Plumbing, just now going by Capital. Kind of like Share. It's just Capital.
No nail polishing, though. Like
no nail, yeah. He said if you call in for that, I get called, and I'll come over.
The call's redirected. Have fun with that.
Thank you for joining us for hour number 2. Thank you for being on the show, as always.
It's good to see you guys.
You guys have probably been pretty busy over the last month with new furnaces being installed.
New furnaces, new water heaters. Yeah, a lot of those. A lot of flood, unfortunate flood victims.
Yeah.
So the manufacturers say if it's been submerged at all, they want it replaced.
Mm-hmm.
It voids the warranty. And problem is once you get water into electrical components, wires, everything else, where do you stop with changing things?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you replace all the guts of a furnace, and then you might as well just get a new one with a warranty again.
A friend of mine's daughter lives south of State Fair Park. She had 7 feet of water in the basement.
Yeah, we had a couple of customers that it was up to the basement door.
Yeah.
When you open the door, that's how high the water was.
Yeah.
Electrical panels having to get changed. I mean, everything in all the wiring. I mean, that's substantial, unfortunate for people. Some people had insurance, some people didn't.
Not many people have flood insurance, and unfortunately, this was largely considered a flood. When water enters your basement from outside, that's
so is that
considered
determining?
a flood.
I wasn't sure why, because my friend of mine had a duplex, so he had 2 furnaces, 2 water heaters, everything in the basement, and had 4 feet of water. And
so it comes through your windows, your basement windows, or somewhere. That's considered a flood.
Okay,
and even probably through your foundation, versus if it's a sewage backup or a plumbing loss, a broken pipe that floods
How
your
do they
basement.
prove that, though?
There's evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you go in the basement after it's cleaned, there's no broken pipes, nothing. Sewage backup's
the sewage backup part of it.
What about a sump pump backup, though? How does that?
I believe that's that's groundwater. So some pump failure you'd have to read your policy. It's been a little while since I was in that arena, working in that arena. But some pump failures would probably be covered, but it's still groundwater.
So
that's the difference.
The sump pumps are interesting because when this all happened, we were said, okay, well, how do we make sure sump pumps are properly sized and things like that? So we had to go back through an exercise of, okay, well, what is a crock hold? What's the water you're trying to discharge? Because if you put too big a pump in, you'd think that'd be better, but actually it's worse because the pumps burn themselves out because there's not enough cycle time and things like that. So we actually had to develop something that we could actually measure all the different things to figure out is a pump sized properly, right?
Yeah, and
per
probably
the crock.
also the discharge pipe.
The discharge pipe, and then the volume of the thing, because if a pump's pumping, what is it pumping? How much water is coming out? So we actually got something now we can actually measure all that and actually see what it is, because a lot of people had pumps, but they weren't keeping up with what it is, and it turns out the pumps were functional, but not the capacity wasn't there anymore, right? Because they've got old.
Yeah. So
they're still pumping water, but in most storms it wasn't a big deal. But anytime you had a larger amount.
This one was probably difficult for a lot of systems. Well, not probably. It was. Just not able to handle that kind of water.
So I just had a radon system put into my house, and right before they came, I put a new sump pump in because I wanted they're going to seal it up, right?
Yep.
So my sump pump was at least 5 years old. Like, now's the time to do it. I'll get it done. And now you're telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, did I do it right? Did I get the right size pump? Oh my gosh.
Well, it's like anything else, because we start talking about it and like, well, what is the actual? Because you can buy a million different pumps, right? And a million different things and pipe sizing, and then it really depends on your crock size. And there's just math, like anything else we do.
Right.
Darn that math.
But it's funny, we're in a room full of people that have been doing stuff for a long, long time, and no one sits and actually sit down like, well, geez, there is a way to do it. When was the last time we actually did it? So we actually developed a sheet and a process now that we can check it, and we can check existing ones and things to see, are they moving the right amount of water compared to what it should be, right? So at least we know, and it can let a homeowner know, right? Because it's just like, well, it turns on. Well, what does that mean, right? Because it could turn on and pump 3 gallons a minute or 20 gallons a minute. There's a big difference there for what you need.
That's a good thing. I mean, when I'm doing an inspection and sometimes I can't access the pump because it's sealed, and then there's no switch. Some of them have the second plug that you can take apart and plug in the pump.
Yep, one's for the float, one's for the pump.
But a lot of times, there's no water in the crock, and it just goes, and I kind of jokingly say, well, I can go, and I'm not pumping water. So the only way to know if that pump's working, I tell people, is that you got to pour water in here. You got to make it pump water. But you're going beyond that.
Yeah, even then it might not be right.
Yeah.
Well, so there's two big things that we look at. So there's we have a special device where we can plug the plug in, then we can split the plug, so we can measure the amp draw, right?
Okay.
So you can measure the amp draw, because if it's drawing more amps than it should, then the motor is going bad, right?
Okay.
It may not be bad, but it's still working. And then the other thing is actually measuring the physical discharge on the pipe coming out. So we have a meter. We actually can just put a coupling on there, and it'll actually tell us the flow of what it is, and then we can actually look at everything and understand is it sized right or not sized right.
All well beyond the scope of a home inspection.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm doing a little bit saying, hey, you got to make this thing pump work. Even though it's humming, it's got to actually work. So if you have that sealed crock, somehow you got to make I recommend you make a resealable port.
That's why I'm surprised they don't have a plug in there for testing purposes where you could just stick a hose or something.
Some radon mitigation companies will do that. They use the PVC clean out, like you see.
Okay.
And then it's a big nut on it. You can unscrew it, and you can either pour water in, or you can fit your arm in there and do that. So it is a good idea.
Good stuff. We're here all hour with Jason Fox from Capital. Make sure you get your calls in at 855-616-1620. That's the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. The Fix-It Show is on.
We've all dealt with family feuds. This one will be settled right on the diamond.
From Contreras. The other Contreras trying to take second on him, and William threw him out.
It's the Brewers and the Cardinals.
Wilson broke for second, and Williams said, "You might be my big brother, but I'm going to have the upper hand here."
Our game day coverage starts tonight at 6 with Brewers warm-up on the home of the Brewers, WTMJ.
The Fix-It Show live stream and podcast are brought to you by J&J Contractors. From roofing to windows, kitchen, bathrooms, and more, J&J Contractors proudly provide a full catalog of exceptional exterior and interior home improvements services all under one roof. Visit jjcontractorsllc.com or call 414-423-9200 for your free consultation today. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
You ever hear a deal so good you think, what's the catch?
Yes, when I got a free gym membership, and the catch was I still had to go.
Well, right now, Capital is offering great financing, no catch.
No selling a kidney?
Nope, just easy financing and honest service during Capital Credit Days. Now through October 31st, air conditioners start as low as $65 a month, furnaces only $59 a month, or a complete system only $117 a month.
Capital, where you choose cool or cozy with no catch financing.
Call CapitalCares.com. There I was outside doing some yard work when I noticed my neighbor looking over his windows. He's climbing up and down his ladder, and I hear him holler to his wife, "Honey, we're gonna need a few new windows." So I took a walk over and said, "Hi Ron, do you mind if I take a look?" He said, "Go right ahead." And I said, "You know, the window itself, which is the framework to the glass here, looks fine. And the sill, which is the bottom of the framework, that's fine too. It's the glass that needs replacing. The seal must be broke, and that lets in the moisture we're seeing. That's why your windows are fogging up." And he said, "So I don't need new windows?" And I said, "No, actually, if you want, I can have the glass replaced and they'll basically be as good as new. And believe me, it'll cost you a lot less than replacing these." This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
There's no better place to catch the natural wonders of fall than Lake Geneva. Stroll a lakeshore path in a kaleidoscope of color. Explore winding rustic roads. Take a scenic boat tour or glide through a forest on a zip line. At night, stargaze from a historic observatory, cozy up to a campfire, or have a cocktail on the patio. Enjoy the seasonal bounty at orchards, wineries, and farms with flavors to savor. Plan your fall getaway now at visitlakegeneva.com. Lake Geneva. It's always been the place for fall fun.
WTMJ's Brandon Sneid for Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. It may be September, but that doesn't mean the fun is stopping at Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. Join Ride for Recovery for their third annual Bethany Ride on Saturday, September 13th. A day of over 100 miles of riding, live music from Miles Waggerin, food raffles, booths, and bike competitions, all to benefit women seeking treatment for substance use disorder. For more details, check out their website or like and follow them on Facebook, on Instagram, and online at WISHD.com. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
Get her done. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Give us a call, 855-616-1620 if you have questions for Jason Fox from Capital. So tell us again what Capital all does, because it's a lot now.
It's growing.
It's growing.
In
no
nail
nail polish.
services.
No nail polish. That's on me.
Neither does Certapro painting.
Yeah,
they don't.
Maybe there's a niche.
There's a niche there.
here.
Somebody, we need to get somebody on the show that paints
filter
toenails.
And paint your toenails.
So that's it right there. Change your furnace filter, right? I got one from David this week. That was.
Oh my gosh.
That was crazy.
That's going to need a new furnace, not just a new furnace filter. The picture I sent Jason in Dayton during the week inspection, the filter is one of these 1-inch fiberglass cheap filters, had been sucked into the circulation fan, most likely because it got so dirty that it just didn't provide any resistance, or it provided too much resistance. And now
wouldn't let the air through.
Yeah, basically it's dying and starving.
You should put a page on your website that's just full of pictures of furnace filters your guys find and be like, don't be this guy.
Yeah. You know that. So we use Slack at work a lot. That's how we work with technicians in everyone's homes. But every day we have pictures of the day in the Slack channel, right? And there'll be some dirty duct work or stuff like that, right, where we find stuff. Or we're seeing a lot of condensers now, like when we go out to do maintenance, that they're so plugged that they're having problems because it's all the stuff in the air, and they've been running hard all summer, and they're actually literally like a sweater all the way around it. Like you can actually peel it off before we even clean it, right? I mean, that's how much stuff is on there.
A sweater. So you're saying maintenance is important.
Maintenance is important. So change your air filter. Keep your plants and bushes and things trimmed back from your air conditioner, right? To help there. But yes, maintenance is important. Obviously we're heading into cooler temperatures. Not this next week, but we've been running no heat. We're at that time of year, heating and cooling calls in the same day sometimes.
Yeah.
But as far as capital, what we do, right? So we work with homeowners in their home. And we work on all your mechanical things, right? So whether it's your heating systems, your cooling systems, your ventilation systems, any of your electrical things in your house, any of your plumbing systems in your house, right? We can, if you need a new one, we can replace it. If you need to just, repaired because it's broken, we can do that, or we can maintain it to make sure it lasts a long time. So whether it's drain cleaning, you want to get an electric car, panel upgrade, new furnace, air conditioner, any of that stuff, bath fans, any of the stuff in your house, we're a one-stop shop for all that. Plus, we return your air to pristine quality, right, through duct cleaning, air quality products, or we can fix your water too. So
not putting in dishwashers though.
Sure,
you are.
Yes,
okay.
That's a plumbing thing.
You
it's a plumbing
sell
and
the
electric
dishwasher?
No.
So So if I buy one, you guys will come swap it out for me.
We find that there's so many choices for faucets, dishwashers, toilets, you name what it is. It's better for the homeowner. We give them options to go shop for things.
Gotcha.
And even if we have to get it for them, like if they buy it, we can go pick it up and bring it there if they don't have the means. But I'd rather have you pick out exactly what you want than us to bring something and then it's like not exactly what you wanted. And we'll put it in for you, right?
Nice.
So it's just easier this way. You can figure out what it is because there's so many choices. Like oil rub bronze can mean a lot of different things, right? There's a lot of different shades and things like that.
White can mean a lot of different things.
Exactly.
Wait, this isn't white.
Yeah.
This is linen. No, this is bright white. No, this
50 Shades of Gray.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
and everyone's got to look to that they want to their home typically, right?
Yeah.
So for us, it's easier just for like, look, you pick out exactly what you want. We know how to put it in. That's not a problem. But I don't want to.
Gotcha.
We don't want to make 7 trips to figure out that one thing. So it's just easier, and then the homeowner saves some money that way too, right? Because then they can get paid directly what it is. So
okay, and you have a club we're going to talk about when we come back. I'm sure we'll be giving some of those away at the end of the show again.
Absolutely, Merle's League of Home Defenders.
Yeah. So when we come back, we're going to delve into what that is and why you want to be a part of it. And I have a question about it for myself. So Jason Fox, Capital, on with us. You can find them at callcapitalcares.com. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Trees on the Move, offering ideas for outdoor living and beautifying with landscape consultation, design, and installation, including retaining walls, paved patios, tree trimming, and more. Trees on the Move's been offering landscape services for over 47 years and now offers stamped and colored concrete drives, patios, and sidewalks. Beautify your yard this year with Trees on the Move. TreesOnTheMove.com.
From planning to planting, Trees on the Move.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
Hi, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network. Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows, too. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they've delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21.
Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
Hi, I'm Bob Howe, Chief Financial Officer of Fiserv. We love being part of the vibrant downtown community, just blocks from Fiserv Forum, of which we're the naming rights sponsor. We're also proud to be Milwaukee's hometown payments and fintech company. Thanks, downtown Milwaukee.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
School's back in session. Kids have their backpacks, school supplies, and new clothes. But are you ready as a parent? Families are the single most important factor in a child's academic success. This year, get to know your child's teachers. Stay engaged with their learning. Don't be shy about asking questions along the way. Because as a parent, you are your child's first and most important teacher. Learn more about how City Forward Collective is helping families, students, and schools thrive at cityforwardcollective.org.
Advice you can use. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane, David Nason, Jason Fox from Capital on with us this hour. 855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Was that a band I should know, Isaac?
Just because they're from Milwaukee and they're really good. They're called Known Moons.
Known Moons. All right. I got to check them out. I don't know that band. Let's go to John in Milwaukee. John, what's your question? Hello, John.
I think we lost John.
I know that he was asking, is it better to replace my AC now or wait until spring?
So obviously you're getting to the time of year you're not going to use your air conditioner, but the best time to replace the equipment is typically in your shoulder seasons, which we're in now. So you're kind of in that heating, cooling season in between. And always the best time is really yesterday because the pricing continues to increase, right? So we always get price increases. Typically we have a pretty sizable one in January. So it's going to be cheaper now than it will be in January. So you're always better off to do it sooner than later because typically when you wait, you're going to pay more.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much with anything, unfortunately.
Not much anything goes down these days, unfortunately. Yeah.
Especially if you know you need
gas
it.
and egg prices. That's about the only thing that fluctuates. Everything it seems like with the home, once it goes up, that's where it's going to sit.
Well, you look at it, everything costs more to make, right? Because people want to get paid more money. Healthcare goes up. All these other input costs are constantly increasing, right? So that's why nothing really ever goes backwards because no one takes a pay cut typically for a job, right? Employees want to make more money, everything else. So you have that price pressure constantly.
So let's talk about Merle's League of Home Defenders for a second here. First of all, tell people what that is.
So Merle's League of Home Defenders covers your entire house, right? So think it covers all your mechanical needs, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, all those different things. So it's a club where we come out and we take care of your maintenance. So we take care of your cooling maintenance, your heating maintenance. We take care of electrical inspection to make sure your whole home's safe. You take care of your plumbing inspection, same thing. You're leaking water, the valves work, is everything working properly? You get a free drain cleaning once a year, so we'll come out and clean that drain at no charge for you as well. You get no service call fees, so if you have a problem, we come out, it's free, right? You have to pay for the repair, but it's no charge for us to come out. You also get $400 worth of capital cash you can use towards your indoor air quality upgrades, towards a new piece of equipment, or towards your water treatment. So let's say you need a softener or iron curtain or something to improve your water quality. You can use that cash towards that every year as well. You get 10% off duct cleaning, you get 20% off repairs, right? So it's a huge value savings program. It's $48 to join and $24 a month.
And I think you say the beyondifications themselves pay for it.
Yeah, so our beyondifications just on their own are $198 each. So, you're going to you're $288 for a year. So you're saving money right then and there, not to mention all the other benefits you have and the priority service. So when you do need somebody, you can get them out quickly.
And you guys keep us on the schedule so that I don't have to remember that it's time. I get the call, hey, it's time to update or get your beyondification. Let's set it up. So maintenance that you talk about, I don't have to remember it because you guys are doing it for me, which I like.
And when you have maintenance, typically you don't have repairs and you don't have emergencies.
Here's a question I have for you. So the free drain cleaning, I have one drain in my house that always clogs. About once a month, I'm having to snake it because I don't know. It must be built wrong. The piping must not be correct. And I'm afraid to have you guys come do it because I don't want to know what's going on and I don't want to have to pay to fix it. But what could it's in our main bath. Like literally once a month I have to snake it out. It's one person showers in there. It's me. I'm not a woman with long hair, losing hair. I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to do in there. Let's clarify. It's literally I take a shower a day and once a month I have to
So it could be that, or maybe it needs to be hydro scubbed, right? So we can get in there with a tool and we can actually clean the lines out, because maybe
over the years it's clogged.
Yeah, you might not be pitched perfectly or things like that. Soap scum builds up, things like that,
Okay.
where all of a sudden it's just building up, and when you snake it out, you might be just poking a tiny hole through there, enough to get you through another month, right? Where we'll come out and take a look at it, and if it needs to be scrubbed, or maybe it is a deficiency that, hey, it's
been that way since we moved into the place. So I've put up with it for 4 years. I've been using my plumbing
what is your time worth for a plumbing snake once a month?
And I was going to say, I used to snake our drain, and this summer I had Capital out to clear the drain because it got to a point where I couldn't snake it anymore with what I had. Okay. And so they came out, cleared it.
It's been good ever since.
Yeah.
Can it mess up your plumbing if you don't fix it? Or is it just a nuisance?
I've seen clogs where they can't get through them, right? Because of like certain things. It's pretty rare.
Yeah.
I mean, most things we can do something with, but it's more like, do you want the inconvenience, right? Because usually when it becomes a problem, it's like you're in the rush or in the middle, or it's a holiday,
and you don't
or
want to
something.
be standing in ankle deep water when you're taking a shower.
Why I have to snake once a month just to fix it. Okay, you got me convinced. I'll be giving you a call on Monday. CallCapitalCares.com, right? That's the website?
Yep.
CallCapitalCares.com. Jason with us for another half hour. Get your calls and texts in at 855-616-1620. We go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Elizabeth Lintonen. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Dayton. A 34-year-old man died Friday evening while in custody at the Milwaukee County Jail. He had been at the jail since September 4th when he was transferred there to face criminal charges after completing a prison sentence for other charges at the maximum security Waupun Correctional Institution. According to the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office, which is handling the investigation, while meal service was underway Friday, the man was discovered in a cell in a housing unit, unconscious and non-responsive. CPR, Narcan deployment, and other life-saving measures were initiated, and 911 was called to summon Milwaukee Fire Department assistance. Attempts to revive the man were unsuccessful, and he was pronounced dead around 6. The FBI is helping to find a missing 6-year-old from Portage County. Ruby Lehman was last seen at her grandmother's house in Almond on Thursday. Shortly after coming home from school, a truck believed to be driven by her uncle Jordan Coyle stopped briefly at the house and then left. Lehman hasn't been seen since. Coyle is a registered sex offender who has a close relationship with his niece. You can see her photo and a description of the truck on our website, WTMJ.com, or text the word Amber to the Sighting Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. Bus service between Milwaukee and Green Bay is coming to an end. The Wisconsin legislature removed funding for the Amtrak I-41 thruway bus service in its new biennial budget. The state had been supporting costs for the service since 2019. The buses were timed to connect with the Amtrak Hiawatha train at Milwaukee's intermodal station with stops in Appleton, Oshkosh, and Fond du Lac. Service will end on October 1st. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We're still seeing that major construction closure at 894 near the Hale interchange. We're also still seeing that crash near the Good Hope exit on I-43 heading southbound. Other than that, no major incidents, no major delays. Not too bad out there.
Traffic is sponsored by Angela Calais and Benefit Realty. At Benefit Realty, pay only 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission and get all the service that you should. Benefit Realty, you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, showers and storms, mostly cloudy, high of 77. Overnight tonight, chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy, low of 63. Tomorrow, sunny, warmer inland, high of 76. Monday, mostly sunny, warmer, high of 77. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high of 80. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 80. Right now in Madison, it's 66. In Waukesha, it's 63. And in Milwaukee, it is 64 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:33.
When storms hit, your roof is your home's first line of defense. Is your roof older? Is it ready? A small leak today can mean big trouble tomorrow. Wood rot, drywall damage, mold, costly repairs. Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's roofing masters. We install high-quality roofs built to last. With the strongest warranties and complete roofing replacement experts, our crews work clean, quick, and with unmatched attention to detail. The products we use are made to last. The combination of our products and our team have been time-tested and prove Siding Unlimited is the best at roofing homes to battle Wisconsin's harsh weather. Call 262-567-4513 today or visit sidingunlimited.com to protect your home and give yourself and your family peace of mind. Siding Unlimited has you covered.
Hi, WTMJ's Sandy Mex here to tell you about incredible career opportunities with my friends at Three Pillars Senior Living Communities in Dousman. Three Pillars is ranked best in continuing care, assisted and independent living, and it's a certified great place to work. They're hiring caregivers within their assisted living and memory care communities. Full and part-time day or evening shifts starting at $20 per hour, and you could get more based on experience and shifts. The best part, you'll make a difference in the lives of others every day. Go to threepillars.org and click on the Careers tab to learn more.
Defy dry skin for free at Merle Norman. Just purchase 2 or more items and receive 4 skincare favorites for hydrating face and hands. Your gift with purchase features trial size anti-aging complex serum and eye cream, ultra rich hand cream, and gentle polish. Offer available while supplies last at Merle Norman Cosmetics and Salon at Brookfield Square. Gift is free with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products. Cosmetic accessories not included. Offer valid while supplies last at participating Merle Norman Cosmetic Studios only. Limit 1 per customer. We reserve the right to modify the gift if needed. Promotion not available at merlenorman.com.
Dayton and David. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
No Packers game tomorrow because we won on Thursday. That's nice.
I was there. Great game.
Packers in Cleveland next Sunday, September 21st at noon. Jason Fox from Capital Heating, Cooling, Electric on with us. And we've been talking about a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
What haven't we hit on yet? I know we have a question. Somebody asked about duct cleaning because we do that, right?
We could talk about duct cleaning.
We do duct cleaning, but he lives in an apartment. And his question was, can I have this done or does the landlord, are they responsible for this? And 2, does Capital do apartment complexes?
So the landlord has to authorize all the work because they're the ones owner of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't have a tenant call us even if they want to pay for it and do it all. We need the landlord to authorize because they're the actual physical owner of the property and things like that. We have done it in the past. We don't do much commercial work, but we've had tenants where they wanted to get it done and then paid for it themselves, but we have to get the landlord involved to make sure that we are authorized to do it. We don't do any damage or anything to stuff, but it's the owner of the building needs to let us know.
So an apartment building, different than a condo building. Condo owners own their heating and cooling equipment in a condo, but an apartment, they don't.
Exactly. The apartment, you're just paying for the space.
Yeah.
But
What are the benefits of duct cleaning? Why should I do this? How often should I do this?
So it varies on, for everybody, right? So eventually all ducts get dirty, right? But if you have your windows open a lot of pets and kids and things like that, it's going to be a lot quicker than if everything's sealed up tight and everything like that. So the NADCA, which we follow, the National Duct Cleaning Contractors of America, they recommend you have it inspected every other year and then determine if you need it, right? So what determines it is just the amount of dirt and debris in the ducts. But the EPA just released a long study that they actually said that duct cleaning is the number one reason or way to get particulate and things down in the air and stuff like that. Supported NADCA's findings for all these years. So they actually recommend it now as well. So basically, have it inspected to see if you need it done. Most people, if you're not sure, it's been a while, more than likely it's going to need to be done. Or if you sign up for one of our Beyondifications, we'll look at it for free when we're out there.
You guys actually have like a unit you set up that tests the air quality.
We have air quality testing available as well, where we'll test the air and see what's going on and determine other solutions and things. Like they won't tell you if you need duct cleaning or not, but it will measure the particulate and things in the air. The duct cleaning is more of a visual inspection that we get to look in there and see what's everything look like and things like that. Easy for homeowners to probably look at is maybe not so easy, but if you take off the blower for your furnace or you can look through your filter, you can see if there's a lot of dirt and debris all through the system there.
Or if you have a patio door and there's a grill in the floor in front of the patio door and the metal grill, and you can pick that up, you can see all the stuff that your kids have, dumped down that.
Or dogs.
There are Hot Wheel cars and Legos and everything, and a lot of food, dried up food.
I mean, the amount of stuff you name it, we've pretty much found it in ducks and things like that. And the other thing is like you get a lot of animals that go and die in there. So we pulled those out. And things like that. So, there's a lot of different things can be in there. And, you're marinating and all that stuff every time the system runs, right? So dead skin cells, all the things, 99% of what's in your air you can't see, all right? Only 1% is what you can actually physically see in the air. So when you see the dust and things floating out, that represents 1% of actually what's going on.
How long does a typical duct cleaning take?
Most homes we can do in under 4 hours. Larger homes or homes where all the ductwork's sealed, we have to use a little bit different method. They can take 6 to 8 hours depending on what we have to do. But most of them we can get done in about 4 hours.
Is there a way if I move into a new home that I can tell if it's been done before?
So if you look at your ductwork down below, you might see like a bunch of black plastic plugs and some patches, but that won't tell you when it was done.
When it was, right.
Right. Now, when you move into a new home,
at some point, but you don't know when.
So remember, all the humans, we shed thousands and tens of thousands of skin cells
and hair
and all this other stuff all the time, right? So when you move in a new home, your old homeowners are still there.
Enjoy your breakfast.
So it's
so stuff going down the drain, stuff going into your ductwork.
Yeah,
Let's talk about pillows and bed sheets here while we're at it.
Well, think about the carpet and everything
right.
else, right? So people are like, well, I move a new home, I get to clean the carpets because I don't want to deal with whatever was here. Well, all that's in your ductwork too, right?
The other time is if you do a big interior remodeling project, all that dust that's getting kicked into the air, all the sawdust, the drywall dust, you name it, that's a good time after that is done to get your ducts clean as well. And that's what we found at our house when we moved in. It was a complete remodel. And we had those ducts cleaned, and there was so much stuff in there.
No, there is, and then then you're forever picking it back out, right? Because it's going to continue to just pick it up and do it. And your filter's there, but the filter's not meant to bring that much stuff out of the air, right? Especially if then you put the restrictive one in, and then all of a sudden you create other problems for the system. So,
is duct cleaning a flat rate kind of thing? Is it based on the amount of ducts, grills, and homes?
We do it by square footage of homes, is what we do, and then number of systems and things like that. And then sometimes we'll have some additional discounts, like, if we can schedule jobs closer together, we can save a little bit of money. So we try to help the homeowners out with that too. So, but it's flat rate pricing.
A 1,500 square foot ranch, 3-bedroom ranch with one furnace might be about
typically between $700 and $900, depending on what's going on. If you had zone systems, there's other like adders to things, right? Because we have to take certain things apart to make sure that it doesn't get damaged and stuff like that to properly block off the system.
That's what I was saying. Typical one system, 3-bedroom ranch, kind of fairly straightforward.
So to check that, you just send a camera down one of the ducts, or how do you find out?
Yeah,
how
we
much
have
is in
cameras. Typically, we'll drill a couple holes. We'll get permission to drill a couple holes that we can patch with plugs and things like that. And we'll just, we know where to kind of look for inspection points and things like that. Sometimes we'll have the register, like David was saying as well. It depends. Like, pretty much our techs will know as soon as they walk in. If they start seeing dirty blowers or other components, they're like, okay, I'm going to go look at everything. And then they'll see, okay, there's more to it here. That's why it's a beyondification, right? Because it goes way beyond just like, we're not there just to fix the furnace and clean it. We want to look at the entire system. We want to look at also your home. Are we noticing anything, right? Because our guys are in 14,000 homes a year, right? So it's a lot of times, right? So we see a lot of different stuff, and we know when something looks right or doesn't look right.
2 more segments left with Jason Fox from Capital, and in that last segment, we'll give away some Merle's League of Home Defender club membership. So make sure you stick around for that. Get your questions in at 855-616-1620. The Fix-It Show is on WTMJ.
With over 57 years of experience, family-owned Yutka Fence installs high-quality fencing with residential options, including vinyl, wood, aluminum, chain link, and ornamental fences. Committed to craftsmanship and customer service, Yutka Fence doesn't just build fences, they build relationships based on care, trust, precision, and protecting what matters most. Mention you're a WTMJ fan for 10% off your project. Schedule your free estimate today at yutkafence.com or call 262-859-3226.
It seems we finally got some warm weather here in the great state. Your shoulders can relax now. Your hands can thaw out. You may even talk yourself into braving the chilly waters of one of our fine beaches. Summer in Wisconsin is a gift. That is, unless your home's air conditioning system breaks down. Then you'll be sweating through your clothes and fanning yourself with an empty cereal box. If such a calamity occurs, know that Capital offers same-day AC repairs 7 days a week, even on holidays. They're truly 24/7, 365. They'll fix your AC issue fast and leave you feeling as cool as a refrigerated cucumber. Just think of it like this. When your AC breaks, a Capital technician will come to save your day right away. And let's say that, heaven forbid, you need a large repair. They offer financing on repairs, too. So you can keep your cash locked away in a time machine somewhere. That, my friends, is going beyond for you and your family. And that is the point of 24/7, 365 availability when you have an AC problem. So put down the empty cereal box fan and call 414-710-9755 or visit callcapitalcares.com. That's 414-710-9755 or callcapitalcares.com. Capital Heating, Cooling, Electric, and Plumbing, the team that goes beyond for you.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus.
That big online store has special days with ridiculously low prices, so why don't you?
We do.
You do? When?
every day. Our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next day delivery, too.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus, through Monday, get a free box spring or take an equal amount off an adjustable base.
I guess you could say that now is a prime time to buy.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselist.com.
This Saturday, only enjoy 2 prime rib and garlic cream stuffed shrimp dinners for just $66.99 at the award-winning Fox and Hound Supper Club near Holy Hill. Going to be a special one. Desserts are buy one, get one free. Call and reserve today. Check it out. The famous Fox and Hounds.
I've always believed that great service makes all the difference. At Waterstone Bank, it's more than just banking. It's personal. When I needed help choosing an account, my banker took the time to understand my needs and guided me through my options. Thanks to her advice, I can watch my money grow, knowing it's secure.
Welcome to your Waterstone Bank, where community and personal service come together. Member FDIC.
For those with a warm weather fashion passion, try St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, because that's where you'll find a vast array of men's, women's, girls, and boys' warm weather apparel at the friendliest prices. So many choices, and at such a value. You can fill the closet without draining your wallet. Shop warm weather fashions at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Oh, the times
we can't help fix your relationship, but we can help with that leak. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Wonder if there's still tickets available for this concert. This would be a good one. Is Bob Dylan still alive? He must be. He's on the.
I think
he's
so.
on the thing, right? Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Sheryl Crow at Alpine Valley on Friday.
Wow, this next Friday?
Yeah, that would be a good one to go to. I might have to look into that one, see if there's still tickets. So, Dayton Kane. David Nason.
He's 84.
Jason Fox, he's still performing. And Willie's 91, I think, now.
Holy cow.
So,
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're still out on the road. It's crazy to me.
I hope to be. I want to live to be 100 and functional like that, because that's
yeah.
That's
I'm
living.
54 and I sit on my couch way too much. These guys are 91 and 80 and they're out
Yeah,
doing.
I'm sure they spend a lot of time sitting around too.
Okay, so we've talked. What haven't we talked about yet that you guys do?
We didn't talk much about electrical, right? I mean, electrical is a big thing for everyone in their house. What a lot of the popular things with electrical these days is like, they usually starts with a switch, right? It's something a switch or an outlet's broken, or you got the mystery switch. They don't know what it does, right? So we come in and we kind of look at that, and then they're like, we'll replace it. Maybe have to put a new one in, right? So a lot of switches now are more like the paddle switches versus the old toggles and things, right? So then you change that one out, and the customer starts staring at that one, and they're like looking at the rest of them, right? All of a sudden we're back to change all the devices to match, right? So then, that's usually kind of the next phase where people will come in like this, want it all to look the same. And, the new outlets have the child protectors and different things in there like that. So that's a real common thing that we've been seeing a lot of lately, where it's a simple upgrade to your house. It's not super expensive, and it makes a big difference on the look and feel of everything. And then everything is grounded properly, right? The outlets are all the right way and things like that. So, we still do a lot of car chargers, right? A lot of people are still buying electric cars, and on the news it doesn't seem like that, but we still do a significant amount of those where they're putting that in. And, the HERES program in Wisconsin is still going strong, where if you need a panel upgrade, or you want to do a car charger, or you want to install a heat pump, you can still get up to $14,000 in instant rebates for those programs. There's some criteria. You go to Focus Energy's website, you apply, and then we come in and we look at scopes of work and different things, and we help navigate it. But the nice thing is that money is up front to you, and then we have to wait for it, right? So sometimes we wait a long time, but we actually get to give you the credit up front. So especially for service upgrades and different things, it's pretty beneficial.
And I would say from an electrical standpoint of view, one of the more common things called out in an inspection, especially if you have an older home, is the lack of GFCI protection. And the reason it's called out is your home built in the 50s, 60s or so, built well before GFCIs were invented or anything. And so a building inspector, electrical inspector might say, well, it wasn't required when the home was built, so that's quote unquote grandfathered and such. As a home inspector, I'm looking at the condition and the safety of the home on the day that I'm inspecting it. So today, and if it's a safety issue, and GFCIs are basically life protection devices, they're it's a safety hazard, so it's a defect. So you do need them in kitchens, bathrooms, laundry rooms, garages, outside, unfinished basement areas, basically wherever water could potentially be. So that's
wet areas. Yep.
That's something that you could definitely call capital for and have them come in.
We do a lot of that, and even breakers get old too. Breakers stop working, things like that. Or there's still breaker panels that are not. They had fire hazards. Some of the stab block.
Federal Pacific stab block panels.
Do you still run across any fuses?
We do.
Really?
We do.
Actually, yes. Every once in a while. Not necessarily main panels. I see them more so in like sub panels somewhere else in the house.
Okay.
And it's been there and it's like, okay, this needs to be replaced.
We saw a main panel the other day. A lot of times where we're running to is more usually typically tenant-landlord situations, where they maybe don't get as much love as residents. A lot of residences, to get insurance, they're making you upgrade.
Yeah.
But those are all things that, that are, nobody really wants to buy a new electrical panel, but then when they have an issue or something like that, then it's a big deal. Or some of those stab block breakers and things are hard to find these days, because you're only getting used ones. They don't make them.
Yeah, the stab block is a known fire hazard. That what we call out as a defect. That needs to be replaced. But things like Wadsworth and ITE Pushmatic, these aren't necessarily fire hazards or safety hazards. Some electricians might think so, but essentially they're obsolete.
Yep.
Kind of like you said, you can't get the breakers or something. It's just
you're buying them on eBay.
It's working fine,
but
you're getting all used stuff, and that's you're gambling there. So you're
100%
much better off putting
Check
a new
them
panel
out.
in.
Call capitalcares.com. When we come back, we'll give away some Merle's League of Defenders memberships. So stick around. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Wisconsin's Morning News is here for you every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m. Vince Petrano.
The murder of political conservative activist Charlie Kirk, heightening concern about the rise in cases of political violence across the country.
Eric Billstad.
State Senator Kelda Roy is authoring legislation that would let individuals voluntarily suspend themselves from purchasing firearms, she tells.
And traffic with Debbie Lozica, the news you need to know. Wisconsin's Morning News on WTMJ.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
Glass shower doors are beautiful, but the way they used to make them doesn't allow for them to stay looking beautiful for long. And that's because hard water, heat, humidity, and even soap can corrode standard shower glass. But our newest product, ShowerGuard Glass, is different. Its patented technology permanently seals the glass surface against discoloration and corrosion. And with regular cleaning, your new ShowerGuard glass is going to look new for years to come. So if that old glass shower door of yours is ready to go, give me a call about ShowerGuard Glass. Now, you can't find this product everywhere, but you can find it at Less's Glass. And with over 30 years of experience installing glass shower doors, you can take our word for it. It lives up to its billing. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
It's WTMJ's Kristen Bry from Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha. Look, I've never been a gun person, but I figured we have guns in the home, so it was finally time to learn how to safely load and shoot. So I went to Mission 94 with an open mind and ended up having a blast. Mission 94 is a welcoming environment for everyone at any experience level, including me. I love how they prioritize education and training, and the staff, they made me feel so comfortable in their state-of-the-art facility. Check it out for yourself. Just Google Mission 94.
Your home can be more maintenance free when you rely on J&B.
This is Tom Feza. When I have a roofing question, I contact Scott Klein, owner of J&B Construction, provider of high-quality exterior home improvement products and services since 1958.
Thanks, Tom. Between the two of us, we've seen hundreds of failed roofs, along with the unfortunate consequences of water damage. Poor workmanship, improper product usage, lack of ventilation, inferior flashing detail, and loss of control due to subcontractors are some of the most common reasons for roofs failing. At J&B, our objective is not just to sell another roof. We want want to educate our clients. When J&B's experienced sales staff achieves that goal, our roof systems sell themselves.
For a complimentary roof evaluation, call Scott at 262-437-0537 or visit jnbconstruction.com.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Making it a great Fix-It day. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Sponsored each week by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. Showers, storms, a high of 77 today. It's 63 in Milwaukee, and rain moving out of the area.
Looks like
for
it's
a while.
moved out.
Yeah,
Probably just cloudy, a little overcast.
Hopefully, we got just enough to keep the trees happy and the bushes happy, and
your
now
grass
it's gone.
a little bit so you can mow it again.
So every week, when you come on the show, not every week, every time you come on the show,
I'm not
Jason
every week,
Fox,
once a month.
every time you come on the show, we give away Merle's League of Home Defender memberships, and let's do that right now.
Yes.
First of all, tell people again what it is, what they get.
So you get 2 of our beyondifications, one for heating, one for cooling. You get 10% off of our duct cleaning. You get 20% off repairs. You get no service call fees at all. You get a free plumbing inspection. You get a free drain cleaning. You get a free electrical inspection. And I think that's it, right? For front of the line service, we remember everything. Oh, $400 worth of capital cash. That's what I was forgetting.
And they're getting this for free right now?
This is all going to be
on.
free. It's going to be good for 1 year of service, right? So 1 year from today, we're going to give you a number to text. Let's see, Bella's working today, so Bella will get you all set up. She'll get your services booked for you and things. If you need immediate service, we can get out there today for you. And you're going to text the word club, CLUB, to 414-214-0184. That's the word club to 414-214-0184. You'll get a response if you're a winner, and then she'll call you to get everything squared away, and welcome to the family.
2 minutes left. What's hot right now? What are people calling about? Besides the furnaces and the water heaters, we know a lot of people got flooded. So that was your big focus this last month. Going into winter here, we're in fall now. What should we be looking at? What should people call about?
Well, I mean, like this time of year, a lot of people are starting to think like how their furnace did last, so the people that didn't get flooded, right? They're starting to think about how does the furnace did it do last year and things like that. So a lot of proactive maintenance and things are going on. A lot of people are looking at, upgrades and things like that to their home as far as, my heating bills were super high last year. What do I want to try and get ahead of that and make it cheaper because, utility rates are going to go up again in January. So just trying to figure that out. So that's usually our big thing right now is a lot of people are looking at how do I upgrade or how do I save additional money. So we have a lot of good things for that. We actually have a big financing promotion right now. So all of our equipment now we sell comes with 10-year parts and 10-year labor. And we have some great 0% and long-term low payment options for people. So if you're in the market for something or you want to at least get an idea, there's 2 ways you can do it. If you go to our website, callcapitalcares.com, you can actually price out a system and figure out what it costs before meeting with us, or we'll come out to your house at no charge and we'll sit with you and kind of go through your options, look at what everything is, and then you can make a decision if it's time now or not. But most customers, we can save them money on their utilities, right? So a lot of times you can get those rebates, or not rebates, but the lower cost of operation right away, and then you don't have to worry about any, breakdowns or anything. Parts and labor are covered for 10 years. Just got to do your regular maintenance. So it typically saves people a lot of money, especially with the financing and things that we have in place or other rebates that we can also help you achieve.
And I can book an appointment right on the website, right?
Yep. If you go to our website, you can book your own appointment when you want. You can call us. You can text us. We're available 7 days a week, 24/7. So, at any time you want to do it, we're there for you. You can give us a call at 262-220-7020. That's 262-220-7020 is our phone number. We're happy to help you out.
Always good to have you on the show.
Good. Yeah.
Good to see you guys.
Enjoy the rest of the
Thanks
weekend.
for being here.
You as well.
Yeah.
I got to go fix my mom's oven now, so.
Oh, always at work.
Okay.
Always
Appliances.
at
That's
work.
not one you're.
We don't do that capital, but for my mom, we'll do anything.
Of course you do. All right. Take
David,
care,
we'll see you
Jason.
next week. You
yes.
hear?
Yeah, I'll be here.
We'll do
All
it
right.
again at 7 o'clock, 7 to 9 every Saturday. The Fix It Show is on WTMJ. Colleen Alsberg in for Rose Gray next on the Fox World Travel Show.
This has been the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
Imagine waking up to the updated kitchen or bathroom of your dreams. J&J Contractors is your preferred partner in all your home renovation needs. They can transform your kitchen with beautiful new floors, custom